Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check 99. Check 99.
Ready? The give to Taylor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I don't think you got it, son.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 80!
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And this one is right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Leo. Go.
Check hot route. Hot.
Be grip.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Check.
There.
Back to the air on second down. Lawrence. It's complete. It's Miller. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Undercrunch.
Protein spill. Hey, foxtrot.
59 mark.
Down.
To throw on second down. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He finds Taylor. Complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open is Powell, that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Wait.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Here we go.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now a first down carry by Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. 21. What do you need? Watch the end. Hey, gun. Be ready.
On second down, It's Bell, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
21. Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check 59.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the double.
59 mark. Check, 59. I got you, punk.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo now. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Taylor now returning it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 2. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Taylor, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Set 50, plant.
Rapid.
Now.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Hey, Charlie.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he's going to go down again. Christian Wilkins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. To return is Taylor, shedding through the defense. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Off the bootleg. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down now, Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 17. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around? Nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got the hook up to Miller. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage. Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me.
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Lawrence forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyler Boyd. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires scores in a big way. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. For Marshall, that's complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He completes it to Boyd. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and that's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll go again with Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and now it's third down.
Ready.
Check 59.
Right.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Mike, check.
Now.
On fourth down, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity. Got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Jam.
Get it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Stay with your man. Hey, orbit.
Check 59.
Shoot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Is good. Makes the score Raiders 32, Dolphins 2.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
First
go.
down Miami
Hey,
as they get
Houston.
set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So this one, a